Sometimes the darkest places hold the strangest secrets. And you know, a single act of kindness can be the thin line between life and death. Tonight, let me tell you a story of two friends, a forgotten forest, and an ancient protector awakened by compassion. This is The Stranger in the Woods. James and Sophia were best friends who shared a thirst for adventure. One weekend, they decided to go camping deep inside a remote forest, a place where no trails were marked and hardly anyone dared to wander. As evening fell, a heavy mist covered the woods. The towering trees looked like ancient guardians, and the winding paths seemed endless. Lost, anxious, and growing cold, James and Sophia realized they had strayed far from where they had planned to camp. Wandering aimlessly, they stumbled upon a strange old man standing silently beside the path. He looked like he had stepped out from another time, wearing a battered hat and carrying a walking stick. James hesitated but asked, "Sir, we're lost. Can you help us?" The old man replied, "You shouldn't be here. You've wandered into the wrong part of these woods." Then, almost as an afterthought, he asked softly, "Could you spare some water? I haven't had a drink in a long time." James and Sophia exchanged nervous glances. They only had a little water left, but, well, something told them to help. Sophia quickly handed him the bottle. The old man drank gratefully, wiped his mouth and smiled weakly. "Thank you. Kindness like yours is rare these days." And then, without another word, he vanished into the mist. Still shaken, James and Sophia tried to retrace their steps. But before they could get far, dark figures emerged from the trees. Rough, dangerous-looking men with cruel smiles. One of them sneered, "Looks like we found some lost little lambs."
What are you waiting for?
Sophia clung to James, fear-stricken. There was no escape, or so they thought. The strangers surrounded them. Without warning, they grabbed Sophia, pulling her away from James. James fought back, but two of the men pinned him down, slamming him onto the muddy ground. One of them drew a long, sharp knife. Sophia screamed, struggling helplessly. "James, no!" The man lifted the knife high above James, ready to strike, and then a deafening roar split the night. The ground trembled violently. From the shadows beyond the trees, a massive figure charged forward, a creature out of ancient nightmares, a living, breathing mammoth. The attackers froze in terror. Safe, but stunned, James and Sophia crouched behind the bushes, barely breathing. James stammered, That's impossible. Mammoths have been extinct for thousands of years." The mammoth, enraged, stormed through them, tossing them aside like twigs. In moments, the men scattered, disappearing into the woods, screaming in terror. The giant creature stood between James and Sophia, its huge form heaving with protective fury. Sophia, still trembling, whispered, "This can't be real." The mammoth turned its massive head toward them, almost as if nodding, and then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, it lumbered back into the shadows of the forest. James and Sophia stood frozen, unable to comprehend what had just happened. And then, from behind a nearby thicket, the strange old man stepped out once more. Calm, unharmed, he said, "You both have good hearts. Come, I'll show you the way out." Without another word, he led them through winding paths until they found themselves back near the trail where they had started. Before leaving, Sophia glanced back, but the old man had vanished once again. As they walked through the misty paths, one thought haunted both their minds. Was Mr. Walter the Mammoth? Was he something far older, far more powerful than he seemed? They never found out. But one thing was certain. Sometimes, even in the darkest, most dangerous places, kindness is the strongest magic of all. Thank you for watching. But tell me, dear viewers, was the old man and the mammoth the same being? Or was something even older watching over James and Sophia that night? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more chilling stories every week. Stay safe and stay kind.